We always had wanted to live on the river.
After being gone 4 days,
Before this, it was nice living out here.
the Briscoes weren't sure what they were coming home to.
Lived here 5 years and never seen nothing like this.
What had been their riverfront property is now underwater.
Oh, the house is probably destroyed. Sad to see my parents go through something like this.
And it's not the first
They
time.
lost their house to a fire about 17 years ago, so now they're doing this.
For the Briscoe family, history is repeating itself in Ridge Manor, Florida.
It's just tough.
While I'm wet, I'm gonna go ahead and look in the trailer, see just how much more water's in there. Whew. Everything is piled up as high as we could possibly put it.
There's more than a foot of water everywhere. Friends helped clear out furniture, photos, and documents last weekend, but this water is still rising.
Hopefully it's not gonna come up too much farther because she does have some stuff right here that we need to take out if she does.
It's part of life. It's part, you live out here on the river.
Joanne says this is worse than the fire.
At least that you've seen everything poof. This here you've seen everything floating.
I still have all my clothes.
Are you gonna need any of them?
Well, my bowling shirt, maybe Thursday.
With so much gone, Marshall has not lost his sense of humor.
If I make light of stuff and everything, it keeps me from really getting real down. I don't wanna go the opposite way.
Despite the destruction,
Hey, hon,
Yeah.
my bowling shirt.
Oh, you found it.
It just took a major flood.
There you go. Thank God for that bowling shirt. He couldn't live without that.
the Briscoes find reasons and ways to survive.
We'll pick up the pieces and start over. That's all we can do.
Do you see a mess
I haven't done a puzzle in forever, but
or an opportunity?
it's okay. Should we start with the blues?
Ellie
I feel like morals now are not as strong as they were before.
and Laurel
One thing you said is morality. Something that is moral is giving people freedom over their bodies.
are seniors at North Thurston High School.
I did vote for Donald Trump, and that's kind of where I stand.
And I'm voting for Kamala Harris.
How do you start puzzles?
Corey and Derek work on campaigns and causes in Olympia,
So what got you on the planning commission?
I love land use.
but not for the same sides.
I am heavily invested in Dave Reichert.
I've voted for Ferguson myself.
There's a large frustration that Republican voices aren't being
That
heard.
we have lost that ability to talk to each other. I feel like it used to be there. Maybe I'm just being nostalgic about something that never existed.
My name's Troy.
Hi, Troy. I'm Margaret.
Margaret and Troy spend their days at the Olympia Senior Center.
I would love to see a woman be president before I die.
Right now, she's promising all black men $20,000 in reparations if they vote for her nationwide.
No, she's not.
And like a lot of Americans, they know it's hard talking politics.
I watch all of Camilla interviews.
Her name is pronounced Kamala, by the way. Like Kamala.
Really?
Kamala.
I didn't know that.
Post-election, this divided country
He says I can go right there.
Go fish.
will need some piecing back together.
But I feel like we've just gotten so far with the whole left and right thing that it's caused a big mess with everything. Nope, definitely not any of those.
Have you shorted us on edge pieces, maybe?
Derek and Corey
Here's a corner.
are frustrated, and not only with our puzzle.
Everybody discounts me in this town. Oh, your opinion doesn't matter. You're just a conservative.
You know, everything gets boiled down to, sound bites and talking points.
Back at the Senior Center, Margaret and Troy haven't made much progress on anything.
If you look at the spectrum,
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What candidate for president over the last 50 years hasn't promised very strong things that don't come to pass?
This might be the edge. Oh.
This might be this.
Oh.
Is there hope for the challenge that awaits?
Definitely possible for the pieces to come together, but I think it's gonna take time no matter what.
Yeah.
How can a country move on if half of its citizens are upset?
Being uncivil is not going to get us to a place where we are a united state.
This doesn't fit, right? Does that fit?
Take it from those who have been through a few contentious elections.
yep, that's a fit.
It's okay.
Yes,
It might be harder,
but there's a balance.
but there's a balance, even though sometimes the balance goes like that.
Yeah, but it can always self-correct.
Right,
Every 4 years we vote and correct.
right.
Drew Mikkelsen, King 5 News.
The outreach, the help, never seen anything like it.
The gear may be used and banged up, but you won't find Zeke Estella complaining.
You want to start tying some together? Yeah.
He's too busy, but luckily he has help from strangers.
Right here, Joe. Joe come from Bellingham. Never met him, never heard of him in my life. Right here, Calvin. He's got a boat he's going to be fishing on out of Westport. Competition right there. He's here helping me.
And Zeke needs it. He lost nearly 600 crab pots Monday.
Me and my pal, we sat down last night. We did the math. It's over $250,000.
The Owako landing fire may have destroyed more than 6,000 crab pots 1 week before they were going to be dropped into the Pacific for the commercial Dungeness season.
I was sitting up at the top with some pots ready to drop some more there.
Just when he feared all was lost, donations started flooding in, along with volunteers, the strangers, and those he considered competitors just a few days ago.
And there's no more competitive than me and this guy over here. I mean, we want to kick each other's ass every year.
I need mow everything.
This week, Pacific County is working as one. Nancy Miller and her friends are feeding the fishermen.
So I called some of my girls and said, this is what I'm doing. And they all said, heck yes, sign me up.
Giving up, just waiting until next year?
It was never an option, no.
We got 500 pots here in 2 days from people we don't even know.
Zeke says he should be at full strength by Monday.
Dude, I can't express it.
This past Monday, he wasn't sure that'd be possible.
I didn't sleep, but we're getting there now. We're getting there now. We'll be sleeping tomorrow.
Zeke and his friendly competitors need their rest. There's money to be made when the season opens next week, and that means getting out of the Port of Owako Monday morning at 3 a.m. In Owako, Drew Mikkelsen, King 5 News. So there's my wedding day, the 2 days my daughters were born, and then 1/1/92. Don't make me rank those in any particular order. When I was a student at the UW, we went to 3 consecutive Rose Bowls. And right in the middle, 1/1/92 is when we won the national championship. My roommate, Adam Palmer, would cut out all the headlines and the newspaper photos and plaster them all over our walls. 32 years ago, and this is how we celebrated on our walls.
We're about 2 miles from the hotel finally.
And of course, all my buddies road tripped down to Pasadena. Saw the Husky Band at Disneyland.
Well, here we are at Venice Beach.
Hit the beach, did the whole thing.
Drew, where's Drew?
And then,
look at little Drew.
It was game day. Somehow I snuck my camcorder into the stadium, into the Rose Bowl, and this is the actual tape. We dominated. Beat Michigan, never forget it. As a core memory, man. I'm still close with all those buddies. We were in each other's weddings. Got the Husky Band to actually play at one of them. We climbed Mount Rainier together and still go to Husky games, joined by our families now. Unfortunately, we've lost some of the guys in that group. My roommate, Adam Palmer, he died in an avalanche back in 2021. The last time I saw him was at the 2019 Rose Bowl. So when the Huskies beat the Ducks here in October, the Huskies won on a missed field goal, and Adam's dad is convinced that his son pushed that ball just a little bit to the right. Adam's dad is joining me and a couple of the guys at my Olympia home on Monday to watch the game. Some of my friends will be in Houston. We'll all be together on a text string. So sure, yeah, it's just a game, right? But really, it is a lot more than that. It's another time for those of us who were here then, those of us who are here now, to bond and hopefully reminisce about in another 30 years. It will be hard to ever top 1/1/92, but it sure would be nice to have another core memory. Go Dogs.